Hey, welcome back.
Did you want to start with your opener, or did you want to give the ID?
Give the ID.
Like, tell people what what the show is.
Oh, you got it because you've been doing so beautifully introducing it, so you got it. I like when you do it.
Okay. Sorry, there's a plane going overhead. Sorry, my ride is here. My Uber's here actually.
Hey,
Uber
no worries.
plane.
Actually, I got it from here. Don't worry about it.
It's episode 6. We're on our way. We're like getting closer to 10, which I think is gonna be really 10 hours of
us talking. More than
not
that.
even, because each of these episodes is like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
so
like
it's like
15
borderline
hours.
like 15 hours. But it's episode 6. Welcome back to the Plato and Aristotle podcast.
And we
yeah,
have
episode
an announcement.
6.
We're going on tour.
Yeah.
So you can click the link. Aristotle will put the
Coming
link.
to a city near you. Dayton,
it's
Ohio.
it's
Detroit,
the-
Michigan.
This is the Kyle Gallner, if you won't come to my house, I will locate yours tour. World tour.
World
so
tour.
Click the link. And
Yeah.
Kyle, if you're listening,
Smash that like button.
if you're
Yeah.
listening and you want to prevent worldwide terror, that would be us going on our live tour. Just hit my DMs. Just reach out. Because if you come to me, I don't have to go to everyone else. So
True. And you know where you can reach us at is at Plato and Aristotle Pod on TikTok, because we have a TikTok.
Yep.
And our email is on there. So hit up that email.
So hit the email.
Send us a slide into our email.
Mr. Gallner.
I can actually look right now and see if we have any emails. I highly doubt that we have been emailed. But let's just look anyway. But yeah, welcome back to the Plato and Aristotle podcast. Oh man. Oh, we have a oh.
Do we have
a notification. No, but we have a notification. I want you to know. So you know how when TikTok emails you, like, because we have our TikTok at Plato and Aristotle Pod that I work really hard on. Please go follow and like that.
Go follow.
But because we have our email attached to that, I get emails from TikTok about like content you might like. And I want you to know that there are 2 pieces of content that they've emailed me about. And, well, actually, do you want to guess what they've emailed me about? There are 2 different accounts about, one of them is a professional, like, official account. The other one is a fan account. And I want you to tell me what you think those 2 different contents are now that I'm looking at them back to back, because that is hilarious.
I'm gonna guess that the fan account is some kind of like Batman fan account. Like maybe it's like a Robert Pattinson fan account or something, is my guess. And then the official account I'm gonna say is like Elf Bar official or something.
What's funny is both of these accounts have nothing to do with what we've spoken about ad nauseum on the podcast.
Perfect.
The first one is TMG. And it's Noelle talking about the new blue Cybertruck. So we actually beat you to it because we were talking about Cybertrucks. We were talking about Cybertrucks way back in episode 3, which I'm currently editing.
That is such a good clip. Did you watch
the second one? No.
You didn't watch
I will
it?
now that we've been emailed.
You gotta watch it.
But
it's so funny. Well, I
will now that we've been emailed about it.
Yeah, no spoilers, I guess.
The second one is a Jungkook edit. I think it's on here on our podcast account because I accidentally opened one of the edits that I think we sent each other on our I was like logged into our account and I think I opened it on that account, so then it just like started, because I don't look at anything on our TikTok.
What's up, Stallion? What?
Yeah. What? Unfortunately.
What? Who said that?
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that edit on our official account. So to all the Jungkook editors out there, if you see at Plato and Aristotle Pod, just know it was me. Actually, we got hacked. Oh my god, we got hacked. Shit. They're only reposting the shirtless edits of Jungkook. Oh my god.
Wait, who's Jungkook? Anyways, what's up, Stallion?
What was your opener?
I watched a movie, and I watched a movie.
Awesome.
In the last. Yeah, stay with me. Hold on.
I
watched
gonna go.
Movie in the last 4 hours,
gonna go look
and
at
I
your
want you
letterbox.
to. No, don't look. I want you to guess.
Okay.
I want you to guess what movie because I don't think you'll guess it, but I just am curious if you can, and I'm willing to give hints. And then I was gonna talk about my viewing experience because I thought it was a little bit funny.
Is it a movie that I've seen? Is it like a new movie?
No. Well,
is it a newer one?
It came out in the last 15 years, so not like new, but not an old movie.
Okay. Do you think it's a movie I would have seen, or is it kind of like
it's a
not
popular enough movie? Like the director who did this movie has done a number of other movies that I really like that are more popular than this one.
Is it a David Fincher movie?
Yes, it is.
A David Fincher movie that's not... Is it... Did you watch the third Alien movie?
No, I did not.
Oh, man. Okay, I thought I got it. I don't really know his stuff other than the really famous ones, so I don't know.
This one's pretty popular. It's not like Fight Club popular, but it's popular.
Oh, did you watch The Social Network?
No, I've seen that. I'll give you one more hint. The lead actor in this movie is a main character in a franchise. Like an action franchise. I don't know if that's helpful at all. Was that not helpful?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know that. I feel like I don't know that many David Fincher movies because obviously it's not Gone Girl or Social Network or Fight Club or Seven.
Mm-mm.
Or Aliens 3, which is not good.
If I give you the year,
so
is
I just
that
watched
helpful
that
at all?
Maybe, but I feel like I don't remember the name of this movie.
2011.
I have no idea.
Okay, it was The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh, I forgot about that one. I don't know anything about that movie or the book.
So all you need to know, well, first of all, all you need to know is that Rooney Mara, do you know that actress?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix's wife. Yeah, or I don't remember if they're married.
I don't know. She's in her. She's also in The Social Network. She's in Carol. Like I know those are the movies I've seen that she's in. I don't think I've seen anything else that she's in.
Rooney Mara. Do they have children?
But she, oh my god, dude, her in this movie, like, life-changing. Like, as a performance, I really enjoyed the, like, actual performance, but if we're gonna be on a really shallow level, like, oh my god, beautiful. What? Who allowed that to happen? And I didn't even, like, not in any type of way, but I wasn't expecting to go into this leaving with such an appreciation for Rooney Mara, but I need them to put her in like in like piercings and like and the makeup and the hair and I can't believe that there's only like 2-3 hours of content where she looks like that in the world.
You know, she also was Tiger Lily in the most recent Peter Pan.
I did not know that.
Also, Joaquin Phoenix is her fiance, and they are expecting their second child.
That is insane.
So, she has baby mama status. She is not yet wife.
That is insane. But
the girl with the dragon tattoo has baby mama status.
Oh. She has
double.
Fiance
You take
status.
the baby. You take the baby mama status, and you double it.
And you double it. The way that I chose to watch this movie, though, would put anybody with any appreciation for film in the grave. And
did you watch it on your phone?
I did. But I watched the first like 40 minutes on my TV last night, like the way that you probably should watch it on like a regular TV, dark room. Was enjoying it, but I was just tired because it had been a day, and so I was like, all right, I'm going to bed. I went to bed. Next morning, woke up. Today went to the gym and was like, dude, do you know what I want to watch while I am at the gym right now? I'm gonna put the girl with the dragon tattoo on as like background noise. So I watched another like 30 minutes of it at the gym on my phone on low brightness because like I don't want the people on the treadmill next to me like to see my, I don't know, because there's some stuff, whatever, no spoilers, but unsavory things are happening. And then
Well, it's like an action movie. It's like a revenge story action movie, right? Like, doesn't something happen to her, like Black Widow style, and she like just needs to beat some bitches up?
Yeah,
I remember when they did the new one with the Claire Foy who played the Queen in The Crown. There's like a new, but I don't think she's the same character. But I don't know.
I don't know, but I know that they're.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's like other iterations of the story because it's based on a book. So I know that there's like, I think the book is Swedish because the story takes place in Sweden. And like Rooney Mara has like a Swedish accent and whatever. Anyways, yeah, it's like there's like sexual violence in the movie, so a lot of the plot is kind of related to that. But I didn't know that was the plot at all because I went into the movie basically totally blind. Like I truly did not know anything about this movie other than the fact that Daniel Craig was in it and it was a David Fincher movie and that's it. And it was like it was like a mystery. And I was like, okay, great. Yeah. And then when I was at the gym today is when the sexual violence started. So I was like, oh, perfect. And it came like maybe I just, because of the way that I was watching the movie, like maybe the buildup was obvious, but it wasn't obvious to me. So when it started, I was like, oh my God. Like I turned my brightness down. Like what is happening? Like there's people on both sides of me, like shoulder to shoulder. So anyways,
the people at the gym thinking you're like watching it to like fuel the flames of like past trauma. Like they're like, she's working through something. She's got a girl with a dragon tattoo on her phone. So I had to like turn my brightness down and then it was still going and I was like, I'm actually just gonna turn it off for right now. So I turned it off and worked out to just music. I was like, I need to like, you're not allowed to watch anything. Turned it off and then pulled up the audiobook on your Spotify. Do you know what's bad is that when I was at the gym 2 days ago, I was like, I'm gonna watch a light documentary. So I threw on this documentary that's like at the top of Netflix's recommended list called what is it? Caught in the Web: The Murders Behind Zona Divas. And I was like, I don't know what this is at all. This is a light documentary? Well, for you. Like a crime documentary. I was like, but like, you know what I mean. And I turned it on and it's also all about sexual violence. And like this like ring of like sex workers and whatever in Mexico and like these women who are displaced from other countries because of like, you know, political conflict or whatever the issue is, and so they like go to Mexico and then they get stuck doing this work because they're immigrants with no access to any resources and this company takes advantage of them. So I'm watching that at the gym like 2 days ago and I was like, somebody is gonna think that I have a serious problem. Like I don't like revel in this content. It just, for some reason, that's what has been follows you around the last couple days, dude. So whatever. Anyways, yeah, so I watched 30 minutes of it and then I came home and I was like, dude, let me throw it on while I shower. And prop my phone up here and I'm not even looking at the screen at all because I'm showering. I'm just listening to it, audiobook style. And I watched another like 20 minutes like that and then I watched the rest of it while I folded like laundry and just like on my phone, keep in mind. Good movie though. On your phone while doing other tasks and not even doing the main focus of the medium in itself, which is watching it. Watching the movie. Yeah, no. That's hilarious. But it was really good. That's hilarious. But after I like got through it and finished it and went to go log it on Letterboxd, I was like, this was an absurd way to consume this movie, which is very like serious and heavy and artistic and whatever.
and I
Yeah.
consumed it in like 4 servings of it, like a mini series, like a TV show on my phone.
Would you ever do that to Seven?
Yes, I would.
Would you ever do that to?
I would.
No, if you had watched it for the first time though. Because you're so familiar with it, you could probably quote it word for word.
Well, that makes me sound like a psycho, but maybe. I'll tell you what, though.
That makes you sound like a psycho. Wait, hold on. My Chick-fil-A is here. Wait, hold on. Let's take a break. I'll be right back. I have my F slur meal.
That's on tape.
Well, I didn't say it.
Take it up with the Twitter community.
No.
Let's see how that goes with it.
Should we get a Twitter?
Should we get a Twitter? Probably not. I feel like that's the beginning of the end for everyone.
Yeah, that's
Famous
true.
last
I wouldn't
words.
even. I don't even tweet on my Twitter. I just repost stuff.
I don't either, and I shouldn't have.
Do you want the ASMR of eating Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, get into it. I should not have access to a Twitter account that is technically anonymous, because God knows. Not like I would say something problematic, but I just shouldn't be allowed to speak freely about anything.
What would you say on there? Go ahead.
Probably just every waking thought I have that no one needs to hear, including
Well, that's
myself.
what this is for.
Exactly. So, that's true. So yeah, watch The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, but watch it in 4 parts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I recommend.
Do David Fincher a favor.
Yeah, and do it the way that God intended, which is on your phone in 4 parts. But I guess, confidently, content warning for sexual violence. So, that is in the movie.
That's the message for today is go watch The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. One of the heaviest movies of the last, 15 years.
That is a crazy thing to say. It was good, though. I, genuinely... It might have... Well, that's dramatic, actually. I don't know if that's true.
Is it in your top 4?
No, I don't think it is. It was really good, though.
No?
I really liked it. Aesthetically, I really liked it. And guess what?
I think you might be a...
It's a Christmas movie.
You're such a... Oh. Pray tell.
There's a scene where it's Christmas. There's 2 scenes where it's Christmas, I think. And the whole thing is like Sweden in winter. Sweden.
Oh, cool. Sweden
in winter.
Is it a Christmas movie in the way that Saltburn is a Christmas movie?
No. Does
Christmas happen, or does it happen in Christmas time?
No, Christmas happens. There's a point in the movie where, what is her name again? Jesus Christ, I keep forgetting.
Rooney Mara?
Yes.
You mean the character's name?
No.
Lisbeth.
Yeah, Liz. I can't remember if it's Lisbeth, though, or if it's Lisbeth. I think it's Lisbeth. Yeah, where she says, it's Christmas again. But she says it in a Swedish accent to Daniel Craig's character. So, yeah. Good movie.
My cousin's boyfriend reviewed this on Letterboxd as 4 out of 5 stars. Sure is a lot of man without a dragon tattoo in this.
Hey, and
is that Daniel Craig?
That is so true. That is Daniel Craig. I'll tell you what, though. Daniel Craig, I was not familiar with your game. You're sexy. I knew he was, but I'm not usually, that attracted to him in movies. Because I think that I'm oh, he's little. I'm sorry to the short man community. But Well,
he's James Bond.
Yeah, so I just, I don't find him, horribly attractive.
How are you going to be James Bond and be short?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Him and Tom Cruise are, holding up that sector of movies. They carry it on their backs.
How tall is Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise is little. He's 5'7".
So I know Nicole Kidman is tall, because wasn't that her whole thing where she couldn't wear heels around him?
Yeah, Nicole Kidman is 5'11" and Tom Cruise is 5'7". Yeah. So, let me look up Daniel Craig's height, but I also think that what Daniel Craig queer? Oh, the movie that he's about to be in.
Yeah.
With like, wait, with Drew Starkey, right? Isn't that his name?
Yeah. Outer Banks.
Wow, I was slandering Daniel Craig for no reason. He's 5'10". So he's safe.
That's still short for a man.
I'm not gonna comment.
I'm 5'10". I can say that. I'm not. You don't see me out here with a man who's 5'9".
I can't
do it.
I can't slander the short kings. I can't speak on it.
Well, I can because
I can
I'm the
slander
same height as all of them.
The 5'7" short kings. I can slander them, but Daniel Craig,
yeah,
I can't speak on you. As far as I'm concerned, Daniel Craig, happy to know that you're 5'10", my king. Please, if you ever find yourself needing to, whatever. You know what was crazy though? Well, this is a spoiler, so maybe not. Maybe
it's
not.
fine.
It's fine. Okay, spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Him and
people know you by now that you've watched the movie, so.
Well, and yeah, it doesn't matter. So, spoiler warning: him and his character and Lisbeth's character hook up and like have a relationship at one point in the movie. And because like the way the movie is structured is it's like the first half basically is it's like she's having her own storyline and he's having his own storyline, and the only thing that connects them is that she's like a like is working as like a freelance private investigator for this company, and the company has a client that hired her to do a background check on Daniel Craig's character. But the reason she's freelance is because the way that she does all of it is super illegal. Like she's a computer coder, so she like can hack into his computer and see all of his personal information firsthand instead of just like regular background check stuff. Or like even like trailing him, she just can get everything like that. So that's the only thread that's connecting them for the whole first half of the movie, is that she did this background check on him, and he's now been hired by the people who had her do the background check because the background check came back pretty much clean. And so he gets hired to do this job, and he's doing the job where he's investigating this crime, and then he's like, the only person that could help me in this investigation is the girl who did the background check on me, because he finds out that she did the background check and reads it, and he's like, this is so thorough because it's illegal that I need her to help me get the information for the rest of the thing. So that's how she comes into play, and then they have the sexual relationship, and it's this whole thing. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was like, Daniel Craig and Elizabeth, like, I'm rooting for these these characters, like they go so good together, because she's so like, she's had such a hard life and XYZ, and he's like seems like such a sweet man, like he has problems but whatever. And then at one point he's like, 23-year-old. She's 23 in the movie. Which,
how old is he? How old is he supposed to be?
Well, he has a daughter in the movie who's like probably maybe 20. So Daniel Craig.
Goals.
No, kind of. Like, I hate to say it, but I was like, ooh, unfortunately, I am about this. But so spoiler warning again, as if I have not spoiled the whole thing. But so they have this whole relationship, right? And when she's looking into him at the very beginning of the movie, and she's like, she comes and meets with the client and like is telling them like about the report and whatever, and she's like, yeah, he has been having a long-term affair with this woman who is his coworker / boss, I guess. They work for this like, magazine. And she's like, it destroyed his marriage, but not hers. So she's still married to her husband or whatever. But him and his wife, their relationship is ruined because of the relationship that he has with this woman. And so when he goes to work on this case, he has to, like, basically move temporarily, like, 4 hours away so he can work on this case. Which is when they have their relationship, because she goes out there to work with him once he finally figures out about the background check and whatever. So the very end of the movie, they've had this relationship, they solve the case, they come back to Stockholm, I think is where they both are originally. Come back to Stockholm, and that's when she's like, oh, it's Christmas again and whatever, and she does this whole like financial heist where she like uses, it's like she uses all of her like hacker abilities, and her knowledge of the criminal fraternity to
Right.
to pull
As
off
we're familiar.
to pull off this massive bank heist against this guy that's a like mutual enemy of theirs. It's a whole thing. Whatever.
How were you following this when you watched it in 4 parts?
You know, I don't know.
How
but
do
it was
you
clicking.
how do you remember that
It was
this is
clicking.
how this movie went?
It was clicking. So basically, they like, she helps him publish this story about how this guy that like ruined his career at the very beginning of the movie, he ruins his career because he's like, you published this story about me and it's fake. So he takes him to court and he can't substantiate the like claims in the article, so he gets sued for his life savings, Daniel Craig's character. And so by the end of the movie, the reason he like helps solve this other crime is because the person who asks him to solve the other crime is like, I have information on the guy who sued you for your life savings that would bury him and like get you your money back and whatever. So that's why he takes the job in the first place. So he they like solve the crime and whatever, and then she helps him like hack into that guy's personal computer to get all this information about how he's like not managing his finances properly and he's like engaged in all this financial crime and whatever. And so he publishes another article that like gets him his credibility back, starts an investigation with the Swedish police because they're like, wait, the claims in this article are like not easily dismissed, so we need to legitimately investigate him. And then she goes and like basically steals $2 billion out of the accounts that this guy had.
Whoa.
By like funneling it into these other accounts and whatever. But it just looks like the original financial criminal did it out of like guilt, basically. Like, oh, I'm about to get caught, so I should funnel this into different accounts. But actually she stole all that money from him. So that's what happens, whatever. So she steals all this money and she doesn't tell Daniel Craig's character that she's gonna do it, and then she comes back and she's like has all this money for the both of them now, and like she asked to borrow $50,000 from Daniel Craig to even do the heist in the first place, because she had to like have all that money to completely make herself over and the travel expenses and whatever. So she doesn't tell Daniel Craig she's doing any of that. She's just like, can I have $50,000? And he's like, I don't have $50,000 to give you. And she's like, yes, you do, because I hacked into your stuff. So I know that you have $65,000 between your two accounts. And he's like, she's like, oh, it's just for an investment. You'll get it back. And he's like, okay. And he just gives her 50 grand. And you're like, oh my God, he loves her so much. Like, they're so perfect. And then
her 23-year-old ass and his like 40-year-old ass.
Yeah, who knows? So she disappears, does the heist, comes back, and when she sees him, she's like, here's your $50,000 back. And he's like, oh, that fast? Like, wow. And she's like, yep. And he's like, oh, good investment? She's like, yep. And then there's like more to the story, doesn't really matter. The story ends in that she gets him like a custom-made real leather jacket for Christmas. It's like a really fancy, nice jacket for Christmas, because her whole thing is that she like doesn't have any relationships really. Like, her life is a mess. Like, not a mess, but like,
woe is me.
Basically, like, she just like has had a really awful life, and she finally feels this connection with him. Like, and she's talking to, like, she has like a father figure type character, and she's telling him at one point, like, I made a friend that's like an actual good person for once in my life, and I like feel connected to him. So she gets this leather jacket made. She drives all the way over to his, I think it's his office, to give him the leather jacket. And what does he see? What does she see? Daniel Craig comes outside with his mistress, and they're kissing up on each other again. And so she throws the leather jacket away. He doesn't even see her. He doesn't even see that she's there. So she just watches the two of them like kissing up on each other and get in a cab to go somewhere together. And she throws the leather jacket away and drives off, and that's the end of the movie. So
she sees him kissing the mistress.
Yeah, she sees that they're like not even kissing, but they're just like all up on each other, and they get in this cab and they drive away, and she's like has a moment to herself of like wow, men really are the worst, and like throws the jacket away and drives off, and that's the end of the movie. But it was so gutting, like for no reason. And then this is the last thing I'll say about this, because I talked about it for way too long. But I was so obsessed with her character that I said, now, not that I know what this website is, but I was like, let me go on this website, which will not be disclosed, where you can read little stories about people in fictional work. And I got on there, and I searched "girl with the dragon tattoo," and I was like, I'm just gonna search that and see what comes up. And obviously, there's a lot of stories about her and Daniel Craig's character. But you will never believe there is multiple stories about her with Will Graham from Hannibal. I said,
what?
Crossover
of the century.
Isn't that weird? So
that's kind of your wet dream.
It is. So I had a moment where I was like, wait, this was made for me. Like, actually, this was made for me. Because the whole movie, I'm like, dang, like, why do I, like, she's beautiful, but why do I love her so much? And then they're like, because she's Will Graham. Because she's Will Graham. I said, right. And then
Will Graham in a David Fincher movie.
And then I was watching all of these clips on the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo tag on TikTok, because I was like, I need more content. And what do I see but Micah Monroe talking about how Rooney Mara's performance as Lisbeth in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo inspired her performance in Longlegs. Which, when I watched that movie, I said, why is Micah Monroe the girl version of Will Graham? It's all connected. Isn't that crazy?
It all comes back to Hannibal. Back.
So it was a really long-winded explanation.
It actually, you know what it does? Like, what? It all comes back to gay people. Gay culture.
That's actually so true.
Our society is built on a foundation of gay media.
It really is, but anyways, that was a lot, but I just like, what? What do you mean? Every time I was like, I just kept like uncovering more layers that were like, oh, this was really targeted content. Or maybe I'm just a little number on a spreadsheet like everyone else. I don't know.
Because I think there's a, well, I mean, I can see the train of thought of like, I guess, but like, because she's like a PI, and then like Will Graham is like he is a detective, right? Like he's kind of, yeah. So I could see
it's more like
I see that connection,
personality type of it all too. Like her character.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
yeah, not socially normal.
Yeah, and then like they need that counterbalance of like, what I do think is funny though, from the limited amount of media I've seen of Hannibal, which is like maybe how many episodes do we watch? Like 5 or 6?
Maybe. Yeah.
And then I know of the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, like I know the concept and whatever. And now obviously I know most of the plot because you just told me. But they both need that counterpart in the storyline that has like maybe like 100 times more charisma than they do. Like their charisma aura is like extreme, like Hannibal and Daniel Craig. So I do think it's funny to pair the two of them together, because it's like, what are they gonna do? Talk to each other? No. And you can't put two antisocial people in a ship together and then have them like. I mean, on this particular website, people don't really do a whole lot of talking. Okay, that's kind of sometimes.
I thought you were gonna do people don't really do a whole lot of anything that makes sense, which I was gonna say, yeah, true.
Well, but they don't do that either, well. But it just was funny to me when you said that. I was like, I see it, but at the same time, I'm like, what are they going to talk about? Neither of them speak. I don't think she's gonna try to buy. Probably is she gonna try to buy him a leather jacket? No, she's not, because like, what are we talking about?
I don't think they're talking. I think
that's so funny though.
The first time, I think they're doing other things, maybe. But
passing the time,
yeah. So anyways, really good. I recommend. So that was
Yeah, I'll have to watch it. And then maybe check out the sequel or something if you're into that universe.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it.
I know there's at least maybe 2 more. One of them is a different actress, but it's still in the same universe.
Devastating is the only problem I have with this is that I'm gonna be really upset that it's not Rooney Mara, because what do you mean? I could even make peace with the fact that Daniel Craig's not there. But
well, yeah, I mean that's Hot Man is interchangeable, but Rooney Mara is forever.
I agree.
Me when I'm Joaquin Phoenix.
he lives that life. He lives that life. There's somebody.
Did
in
you
this movie,
see?
though?
Did you see that thing? This isn't one of my talking points, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway.
Okay.
That Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, it was Joaquin Phoenix. Was it? Yeah, it was him.
Is hot now?
Was supposed to be in a gay movie as like a gay man, and they were on their way, like they were about to start filming it, and he backed out due to like not, I don't know what's the word here, but like he didn't feel comfortable anymore portraying a gay man.
Like in what
and
way?
So I guess just in the sense that he would have to probably kiss and lick and suck on another man in the movie.
Okay, not like in a I'm worried I can't accurately portray this because I'm not gay way?
No, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay,
like,
okay.
Yeah, like I can't play a gay man.
I didn't know if it was like in a ew or like in
I don't think it's so much so in like a gay people are gross way, because I'm gonna be honest, you can't do a movie with Lady Gaga and then act like gay people are gross. Like that doesn't compute in my brain. But I think it was in like I don't think I could do this right way. But the problem was they were literally about to start shooting the movie. So the movie company is now suing him because he waited until like genuinely they had already started, and he was like, I can't do this. So he broke his
contract and everything, like.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
But it was like,
what
but I'm
movie?
Joaquin Phoenix, so who cares? I don't remember the name of it. Watch It Be Queer, and it was supposed to be Joaquin Phoenix, and now it's Daniel Craig.
I'm gonna look up Joaquin Phoenix.
Supposed to be Rooney Mara, which was supposed to be Joaquin Phoenix, which is now Daniel Craig.
I'm looking up Joaquin Phoenix lawsuit.
Gay.
I just need to know who his co-star was. Like, what am I missing out on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix abruptly left Todd Haynes' gay romance film at the Venice Film. Yeah.
From the director of Carol. It's all connected. It's all connected.
Yeah, dude. It was supposed to film on August 9th. IndieWire first reported on August 9th, citing unnamed sources, that Phoenix had dropped out of the project just 5 days before filming was set to start in Guadalajara, Mexico. The exact circumstances of his departure are unknown, but Phoenix got cold feet, reported, and stormed off the set weeks before. The film is dead and not paused. There are no plans to recast Phoenix's role, which I knew. So, backstory. Todd Haynes' May-December film came out last year with Julianne Moore and Natalie Portman and Charles Melton, the hot guy from Riverdale. Mm-hmm. And, well, yeah. And so I had a joke about Riverdale, and then I decided it doesn't matter anymore. So that movie came out last year, and I was in Cannes when they did it at the film festival, so I was at a screening, and Todd Haynes was there, and he talked about the movie. But he talked about this movie and how he had like a super exciting project coming up that he couldn't really talk about, but it was supposed to be it's kind of in the same vein as Carol, but like a little bit more on the romantic side, because Carol, I haven't seen it, but I believe it's more like a yearning type of movie, because it's with Cate Blanchett and Rooney Mara, and they're like having a gay relationship, but it's not like sweet. Like it's a pretty like heart-wrenching movie. I feel like for Carol, like it's not supposed to be like they're in love. Like you're like, oh, I wish they would date each other. But this one was supposed to be, I think, a little bit more like there's an actual romance. Yeah. Like you get to see it happen. Set in two men in the 1930s. One Native American and the other a corrupt police officer become lovers and reportedly flee from Los Angeles to Mexico. So yeah, it was supposed to be like you spend more time with them in love than trying to be in love. Is you kind of does that make sense? Like you know what I mean? Like it's supposed to be like an actual like you see them in love with each other type of movie. So it is kind of funny that like Joaquin Phoenix would be like, oh, I actually
No.
just read the script. I know I said yes because my wife did a gay movie with you, but which I think is hilarious, is you're going to let your wife do a gay movie, but you're not going to do a gay movie? What's that about?
So, well, I have a question for you then. Because this article says,
Okay.
I don't know who this is a quote from. I don't know. His last minute departure is sure to put a sour taste in the mouth of a number of Hollywood producers and directors who may hesitate to work with the Oscar winner in the future. Do we think that's true? Like, not to, like, what am I trying to say? I understand
That
why
this
it would
will
look
stain
really
his
bad.
reputation?
I understand that it would look really bad for him to pull back out of the movie at the last minute, obviously, but at the same time, I mean, unless there's something that I don't know, like he has a horrible track record of being like miserable to work with. He's never done anything like this before. Like I feel like he has such an established career that could it stain his career that badly now, you know? Like he's not like an up and coming actor who like hasn't done that much and now it's like, oh my gosh, you're a liability. You know?
Yeah. No, I don't think so because, well, I mean, first of all, he has such a career that, like, it's not like he's going to lose any money.
Right.
So, ultimately, it's just kind of, well, he will lose some because they're suing him. But, I mean, it's not like he'll get,
it's not gonna
he's
break
making
him.
all that money back anyway once Joker comes out next month. So, like, you know, whatever. Or he already made it back or whatever. I don't really know how that payment system works. I think they get it up front, whatever. But I think, though, that, like, because this it didn't have any sort of, like, the only negative connotation is you're difficult to work with because you're flaky.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he assaulted anyone.
No.
Or said anything about anyone or made any sort of homophobic comment.
No.
So I think that, in a way, makes it to where, like, people won't remember that he walked out of this movie. You know what I mean? Like, because the movie's not going to come out.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to make it anymore. So I think ultimately it just shows, like, you know, if you care about, you know, this kind of character in an actor, which, not to sound very cliche, but that's just the way it goes. I mean, the way that the industry works now with actors are still the people that bring in money to watch a movie for the most part. Like, there's very few, like, directors out there that, you know, you'll go see a David Fincher movie or, you know, I'll go see a Spielberg movie, but all these people are now getting older. So it's like all the younger directors is kind of like, what? And even Todd Haynes, who was going to direct this one, is still a big name, but Joaquin Phoenix's name is bigger.
Oh, 100%.
So I think that, like, honestly, I don't think it really matters to the industry whether or not he backs out because they want him to be in it because they know it'll make them money.
Yeah.
So do I think that this will ultimately affect his career? No.
Okay.
Not in the slightest. Because it didn't,
yeah.
it just was him being an asshole, but not in a way that, like, society really cares about. Because
I was gonna
society
say,
doesn't care about actors that are assholes, like, just because you're a bitch. Like, you know, you can be a bitch all day long, but as soon as you, like, you know, assault someone or verbally harass someone or whatever, like, do an actual crime,
sure,
you know, that
story.
sticks more. So I do think it's a bit unfair, though, because, like, I wouldn't work with him if I knew this was kind of how this was. But then there was this thing that came out about The Rock always being late to set, and, like, that new movie, that stupid fucking movie that he has coming out this year with Chris Evans, the Santa movie. That shit pisses me off. But do you know what I'm talking about? Red One.
Yeah, I don't.
J.K. Simmons
is it
is
the
Santa.
one that came out that they were like,
It hasn't come out yet.
Well, no. Then maybe I'm wrong, or the one that wasn't it Ryan Reynolds who was like, dude, you have to stop. Like, you're fucking everyone over being late to set. Was it not Ryan Reynolds? Was that a different movie that he was in with Ryan Reynolds? I feel like I read somewhere.
I don't remember.
Like maybe the
It might
most
have been
recent
him.
time that rumor or whatever was drummed up again that he's chronically late to like his movies and whatever. That Ryan Reynolds
I think
previously
I think
confronted
it's
him on
genuine.
set, like, you're screwing everyone over because like everybody else has to be here and is
you're
here
wasting
and is
money.
getting paid, and you're wasting money and you're wasting time, and we have other stuff to do. Like other people have other jobs.
Like I feel like
So,
that is on
I would
par
think that's
with
worse.
with
I would think.
yeah, I was gonna say like doing stuff like that I feel like is on par with getting, for lack of a better word, like canceled out of the industry. Like the stain on your reputation becomes a lot bigger. But for something like this, I think honestly it just is sad because it just kind of ruins this relationship that I'm sure like all these people had built with him. But he could give a shit, and clearly he could give a shit because he's the Joker. Like, you know, like it doesn't matter.
I like, not that I know absolutely nothing about that from an industry perspective at all, but my intuition would tell me that if you're coming from a place of, like you said, like he didn't assault someone on set, he didn't do anything like that, it's like he's just being a diva artistically, like this isn't a role that's suited to me, or I don't feel like I can do this justice or whatever, then like in the court of public opinion you're not going to feel the same heat from that.
No,
100% you're not. And even like I don't know. I don't know. I would think that like if they're suing him, what is the point of the, like, what is the point of the lawsuit, but like you said that they're not planning to recast, so are they trying to make him uphold his contract? Because I would say, hey, maybe not. Like if you have a person who is the talent, quote unquote, saying I don't want to do this movie because I don't think I'm suited for this role, and you're the talent and you get paid up front and whatever, who's to say that Joaquin Phoenix isn't just going to come on set and give like the worst performance of his career because he's like, I could give a fuck, I like just have to be here, literally court mandated acting, like I don't want to do this, almost like to prove a point of I told you I wasn't the right person for this, and now I'm going to make this movie like awful. And not even because I'm going to not do my job, like I'm going to come in and do my job, I'm just not going to do it to the level of Joaquin Phoenix, what people expect from me, you know? Does that make sense at all?
Yeah. What I think though,
because I'd be like, girl, recast. Okay, bye.
Well, from what I know, and I was looking back through this Forbes article, is that it was like supposed to be a collaboration on the material of the film between Phoenix and Todd Haynes. Okay. So from what it sounds like, the film was supposed to be, because Todd Haynes, his films are usually like they feature LGBTQ plus like relationships, and then they're not usually like, obviously they're not like happy-go-lucky whatever, but like they're not like overly explicit, but they're not it's hard to explain, but like basically Joaquin Phoenix apparently was like, we need to make this like way more explicit, more like borderline NC-17, which is 1 past an R rating, which basically means like you can put whatever you want up there. It's like almost borderline, like no one can see this movie.
Yeah. Can you do a theater release with an NC-17 rating?
Yes.
You can. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It just is like kind of one of those things where you just have to know going in that it's not going to make a ton of money. Yeah. Because there's really no way to market it, because a lot of places won't let you market it. As far as I know, I could be wrong on some of this, but I believe like, because you know how they have red band trailers for R-rated movies, where there's a trailer that will play for like a PG-13 screening, and then if you go watch like an R-rated movie, you get a different trailer. So I think with NC-17, it's so hard to market that movie, which is why I think it's funny that like apparently Joaquin Phoenix was like, no, we need to make this like really fucking crazy, and then so now it's borderline unmarketable, and then you exit the project, so you just ruined the whole thing. But no, I think honestly what'll end up happening is that he'll just have to pay them back for the money that they lost going into the project. And obviously, like, I don't think they had paid them. I don't know, but I don't think they had already paid him, so maybe they're also asking for that money back. But it's honestly just to get him to fill back in the money that they all lost, because he's the point of exiting the project. And I think that by just leaving it like that, I feel like it's a better option because as from what I know, like Todd Haynes' movies aren't really in it for like commercial success. Like it's not like a blockbuster film by any means because he's not that kind of director.
Right.
Like a David Fincher. Like, would you want to see a movie where the actor was like forced to act in it and it kind of sucked? Which is where I'm like kind of team. I mean, obviously I'm team Todd Haynes on this situation, but I feel like if you're an artist in that way and you like, I make my movies to make art, I don't make my movies to make money, then yeah, I'd be fucking pissed at Joaquin Phoenix because it's like, well, you lost me both. I don't have the art, I don't have the money. So
yeah,
what?
No, that's fair. That's fair.
But
I feel like maybe.
But I think by not recasting though, it's like they just leave it alone and they're like, maybe we'll come back to it later, but I'm done with this project.
Or like meet in the middle.
You're burnt out.
Yeah, meet in the middle of like, okay, now we have the script or whatever. Like we worked on the like conceptual side of the whole thing, and you say on the artist side, like, I can't do this because I'm not the right person, or it's not the script is not. Maybe I am the right person, but the script has to be adjusted for me to be the right person, or whatever. Then like you said, I don't want Daniel Craig doing the girl with the dragon tattoo with like through gritted teeth. Like I'd be like,
exactly.
Don't have Daniel Craig, like recast.
Exactly.
So buy Joaquin Phoenix, and I'd be like, and you're gonna surrender your like intellectual property rights to whatever you contributed to the script, and we're gonna rework it so we can market this movie at least a little bit, and you're getting recast, and then everybody's happy. I mean, maybe you're not happy because you felt invested in the project, but at some point, like, it's business. I don't know. But
it's just, I just think it's funny though, of like, I don't understand that at all because of from the amount I know of this process. I have a film degree, but like to get this far and to completely exit yourself from the project when you know that you have Joker 2, obviously, which is going to be a lot bigger than the first one because now it has Lady Gaga, slay. Like, it just seems very much like a Joaquin Phoenix's whole thing, from what I gather at least, is he's very much like an advocate for indie movies. Like, he's been in the blockbusters, obviously, but the man, like, obviously enjoys making like freaky little movies. So
yeah, girl, we
it
all
just
saw
feels
Beau
very
is Afraid.
like exactly. So it's like you're gonna ditch this project because you don't think you're a right fit for it. I don't see that. And you're an experienced actor and you have all this this funding and all of this like fan admiration behind you, and yet you're gonna pull that. Like, it just feels very ugh. But at the same time, like, I could really give a shit about Joaquin Phoenix. I didn't like Napoleon.
Me too.
We both didn't like Beau. I mean, I think I disliked it more than you did, but I hated Beau is Afraid. Like,
it was fine.
Lately,
I think about that scene.
Lately his
I think about that scene where he's trying to get into his apartment building, like, probably twice a week, where the guy with the tattoos is like chasing him into his building. I think about that a lot. So that was impactful. But
yeah, and
it was like a good amount of weird for me.
So I don't know. I think, and honestly, like, he might be one of those actors who's kind of, this is after Joker is done, like, the roles like Napoleon are kind of all he will do. Especially if he doesn't want to branch out and do other things. Like, I feel like once you take on a role, it's like Paul Mescal already had this following, but like, Paul Mescal did, what is the name of the movie? All of Us Strangers. Yeah. Did that movie that featured a gay love story where he was a freaky little guy. But, like, it's still kind of normal, but he, like, it wasn't like he was like a average man. You know, his character had some personal trauma demons. And then he's going to be in the new Gladiator movie. Like, you can do both and still be, because, like, Joaquin Phoenix was in Gladiator, like, the first one, and had a freaky little role in that. Like, I don't see that. I don't believe actors when they say things like that, where they're like, I just don't think I'm a good fit. Creative differences. It's like, okay. Yeah. Be a grown-up. Like, resolve the differences. Nobody got, like, as far as I know, nobody got, like, genuinely criminal like the criminal fraternity
did
not affect this picture.
Yeah.
So
it's process. So
and also, I read too. Danny Ramirez. Am I saying that? Is that right? He was in Top Gun Maverick, and that's the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because I know you're gonna get a kick out of that.
Hold on. Because I'm gonna be honest,
was supposed to be
I don't know any
his yeah, he was supposed to be his co-star.
Wait, I need to see his face because I don't know the actors. Whoa. Whew.
From Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, hold on. I need to know who his character was.
Was supposed to be his co-star.
I need the name.
He's sexy.
He is sexy. Who was your character, King?
Oh, here you are. I don't know the character's name, but
Fanboy. That was his
Gun.
name. Fanboy. Yeah.
Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Yeah, exactly. Fanboy and Chum Chum. He's
anyway,
not as cute to me in Top Gun Maverick. I'm so sorry to the Top Gun Maverick community.
Okay, well,
but he still is cute.
Comparatively, though. I was gonna say you're in a room full of tens.
That's actually so true. I was gonna say it's
hard to stand out.
They did him so wrong because
shaving his head. Why did nobody else have a shaved head?
That's the problem. I think is that I'm not anti-bald because like Drew Starkey right now could hit my DMs and it would be over for me. But I am not anti-bald. But if you're gonna be in a room with Miles Teller and Glenn Powell and they both have hair. Well, Glenn Powell is a stretch. He barely had hair
bald
in that movie, but he had hair, and that's unfortunate. Yeah. But no, he is sexy.
I want to get through one of my talking points before I forget about them.
Get into them
because I need to ask you this question. Girl, this is what half of this podcast is every time. It's movies. My letterbox. So the industry, doing a complete and utter 180.
All right.
I got on, the internet's, my personal favorite forum on the internet, which is Twitter.
Okay.
It's like Twitter and then Reddit and then Tumblr for me. When I'm going for like. I need to find out information.
We're talking about accredited forums.
Yes.
Right. As opposed to
but like where I get my daily news and where I go to seek out information that I need in my life. And I'm going to send it to you, the tweet. But I received a tweet this morning. And by this morning I mean 1 p.m. when I woke up. And
happens.
Okay, I'm going to send it your way. At Spirit Halloween, there is a Hawk Tuah girl Halloween end cap section.
What?
At Spirit Halloween.
Hold on.
What I would like you to realize and to recognize in this end cap. I just got to be mindful.
Sorry,
be mindful before you look at this.
I have my mindfulness app before I can open my social media.
The girl costume is like a pink jumpsuit. Like it looks like a mechanic's jumpsuit. I guess it's a jumpsuit. I don't know what you call that. And a cowboy hat. A white cowboy hat. Mm-hmm. Which gives Barbie to me. It feels like leftover Barbie costume that somebody slapped the Hawk Tuah logo onto. 100%. And there's also a guy costume that looks like you work at a mechanic car shop. Now, further into this video, I went back and looked at the original video because I'm familiar with this, but like I don't give two shits about this girl at all. I don't know why she became famous for this, and frankly, it's kind of like, girl, now she's got like her own podcast, which hypocritical. What are we doing right now? But
I was gonna say one thing we can't do is
her podcast.
Shade anyone for having a podcast. But...
No, I'm going to. Her podcast is called Hawk Tuah. Great name.
Honestly, yeah. She kind of ate with that.
Great name. But in the original video, she's wearing a black shirt and like some like sunglasses. Yeah. What is this pink jumpsuit from? What is this?
I don't know what this
are you dressing
is,
as
just period. Why are we dressing up as memes? It's never been funny. It's not funny. Don't do it.
But why are you Barbie blowjob? Like what?
What? I just want to know what is the connection between the meme of that girl and being a car mechanic.
Oh, I don't
Also,
know. I think I skipped a step.
Fellas,
Also,
there's one for you on here too. There's a gray Hawk Tuah jumpsuit for you.
I was just about to say. My other point to this was, now why is a man dressing as that? That's gay.
Me and my boys, but they're not. But like, here's the thing though, is actually I'm gonna get canceled if I say that. It's fine. I'm gonna say it anyways.
Go ahead.
I need everyone to know that I stand with the gay community, but they're not marketing it in a like the way that they're marketing this is like the pink jumpsuit is super like Barbie girl, like whatever.
It looks like a Barbie costume.
The gray jumpsuit is very like the same stock image of basically it's like the same stock image of like the guy doing Ghostbusters. They're not trying to make it like gay.
I give blowjobs too.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like which I guess it doesn't. You can
be a man and do
the
it
essence
too.
of this is, but the essence
I would also like to point out
is gay. It's about dick. It's I don't
also
think nothing about this
key factor
is
in here.
Divine feminine.
Key factor. Look in the bottom left on the costumes. There's a spit drawing, like a glob of spit in the corner.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And it is on both the male costume and the female costume. And it also comes with, you can buy a Hawk Tuah lanyard, a decal, a flag, a door hanger.
The door hanger is
buttons. Crazy. And that's it. So
a koozie as well.
What I want to know is I honestly would probably just show up to the party dressed like a penis. More than I would show up in a pink jumpsuit and a cowboy hat. You don't even get the cowboy hat. It's just the jumpsuit.
Couple's costume.
You have to buy the cowboy hat separately.
If you go,
you're the dick and I'm the Hawk Tuah girl. My other segue out of this was, well, there's one little comment I'm gonna make, and then I have a segue into something else. Somebody on the tweet was quoted with just a question mark, which I think I love when people do that on Twitter, when they quote tweet it and they don't write anything, they just write like, what is this? Like a question mark. Just to show that they're also as confused as you are. But there is a comment on it that says, where is the Hawk Tuah lunchbox?
Hey.
And it made me wonder, first of all, where is it? Like, this is at Spirit Halloween. Which I know Spirit Halloween has, like, the plug in the socket. But that's a bit more subtle than, like, you're just dressing up as... Like, if I was a little kid, I'd probably think this was, like, some weird Barbie something. Because it's pink. Like, it just is so... Like, I love the comment of, like, where is the Hawk Tuah lunchbox? Because it totally gives that. Of, like,
100%.
This is not branded... Like, put this in Spencer's. Why is this in a Spirit Halloween?
My question is, why
what are you
is
talking
it here
about?
at all? Why is it here at all?
Well,
just, if you
genuinely, that is the main
vulgar
point.
Halloween
yes.
Costume, do plug and socket. Like, I don't be creative though. Like, use a brain cell. I don't like if you want to be whatever. I don't know. Put more effort.
Hawk Tuah to the polls.
Effort, please. The ballot box. You gotta. Yeah, I'm not doing it. No.
Okay, my other segue. Sorry, I just came up with Hawk Tuah to the polls. Oh, okay. My other point was, you know how I'm revealing a lot of personal information in this one, but you know how I work in a haunted house? What if there was a Hawk Tuah haunted house? How would that...
There doesn't have to be. That's real life every day I go outside. That's the real world.
What would the scares be like?
Well...
They would spit water at...
I can think of one. You just get slimed.
Hawk Tuah on that thing, but it's you. Oh, God.
It was a good 6 episodes, guys. I think it's time to retire.
I think genuinely, out of all 6, my favorite one so far has been Hawk Tuah to the polls.
You put that on t-shirts,
Guys,
dude.
Hawk Tuah to the polls. I would wear that shirt. I'd wear it.
I'm sure you would.
I'd wear it to Pride. Yeah, where's the Pride section of Hawk Tuah? Well, it's here, actually. It's in the bottom corner. It's the man.
The guy costume, yeah.
It just looks so boring.
It is boring. That's the problem.
Anyway.
I'm not a fan of this.
This is just what I wanted to... I have another talking point, but honestly, I just wanted to share with you the concept of a Hawk Tuah haunted house and the idea that there should be a Hawk Tuah lunchbox.
And I
kids.
appreciate that. I wish that I could give you more on that, but I feel like those words are my like sleeper cell words in the sense that like anytime I hear them or whatever, all comedic
interlinked
ability shuts off in my brain
interlinked
because my whole body is physically recoiling,
rejecting.
Yeah, to the
the
extreme.
concept of Hawk Tuah.
It is so against. It is so against everything I stand for. Now my brain just can't keep up for some reason. It's like, yeah, no, we can't do it. Sorry, guys. But shout out to that girl though for her podcast. And if there was a Hawk Tuah haunted house, I would be staying a million miles away from that. So, but you should get your bag.
I just think it would be
and pitch
funny.
it at work.
I was gonna say, I think it should be funny if you would call it like the Hawk Tuah Nightmare, and like, just I'm trying to think of like conceptually what the jump scares would be. But you know how like the haunted houses have like repeated audio.
Jesus Christ, that is like the worst like acid trip of all time. Just that on loop.
Mm-hmm. That and other sounds as well would be interesting in that house. They put it in the Spirit Halloween. I don't know what you want me to say. Okay, they made a Halloween version of it.
I'm suing Spirit Halloween.
Where? Oh, I was so excited to go to my local Spirit Halloween, and now I'm honestly terrified to see the Hawk Tuah section.
I'm gonna have to go
and to see if it's been picked through.
I was about to say
I'm gonna have to go if anybody's gonna go as that,
and see if it's been.
Let me know.
Through. And living where I live, I have a feeling that it will be, which is upsetting, but
100%. Yeah, I don't know where this picture was taken. I don't think it says where. I mean, obviously it's in a Spirit Halloween, but I don't know where the Spirit Halloween is.
No location.
But this person, another person underneath it, said that theirs had t-shirts.
Oh.
So it's a white shirt. Oh, and shot glasses. Wow.
No lunchbox?
Nope. No lunchbox.
Damn, bummer.
I love all of these comments. That's horrible. Hawk Tuah the t-shirt, Hawk Tuah the lunchbox, Hawk Tuah the breakfast cereal, Hawk Tuah the flamethrower. What does a jumpsuit have to do with the meme?
This is late stage.
Are these official? I would rock that pink jumpsuit, not gonna lie.
This is late stage capitalism.
This ... isn't AI? No.
Is she getting her bag from this, though? I am curious.
I think so, because I think that's the logo. The logo that it has on the thing is the same logo as her podcast. So I wonder if that's like her media thing, is like that particular logo style. But I'm sure there is hella Hawk Tuah merch out there that's just not like
100%
owned by her.
100%
but
there is. Oh, I was in Florida.
But that's
last
like
month.
with anything.
I saw it firsthand. There is an abundance.
Which that is where this costume would go crazy.
In Florida.
Right now.
They're sold out in Florida. They hit the shelves and within minutes. Out of stock.
Like those videos of people
on Black
who like
Friday.
rope drop the new Stanleys at not even at TJ Maxx, where they're like, oh my god, or like my favorite isn't even Black Friday, it's the Disney people when the like Disney collectibles come out and they like barrel into that store like nobody's business for the same cup in a different color. I'm sorry, it's so funny to me, but anyway, I have one other talking point. It has nothing to do with Hawk Tuah. Actually, I have been going through a Travis Scott life crisis.
Hey, me too. That's crazy, actually.
Because, and I want you to know, it is because I was listening to what Spotify dubbed my horror mix the other day. I work in a haunted house. I like the spooky music. So I love The Weeknd, obviously, favorite artist. And I love, particularly from The Weeknd, his like dark wave kind of music. Like the synth pop is obviously amazing as well. But he has a lot of features on other artists that sound a little bit more in like the like dark wave kind of what I like about that.
I want you to make me a playlist of this content.
I will.
And send it to me, please.
I will.
Thank you.
And on my horror mix was Circus Maximus, the song that The Weeknd has with Travis Scott and Sway Lee off of Utopia. So I was like, I didn't give Utopia its proper flowers. Like, his album from last year, Travis Scott's. It's like, I never gave her flowers. I feel like I only listened to... Yes, I only listened to Telekinesis. Yeah. So then I was like, oh my god, The Weeknd has 2 songs on this album. Circus Maximus and K-pop, which we don't have to talk about. Just funny. Which is a song with Bad Bunny. Hey, what's up? But then I was going through it and I was like, it's kind of like a really good album. Like, I love Astroworld. And I probably listen to Astroworld like once a year or something. Like, I don't know. I get into like weird moods where I'm like, I need to listen to Travis Scott. But this album might be in my rotation for a bit of time now because it's like Drake, Playboi Carti, Beyonce, 21 Savage, The Weeknd, Sway Lee, Dave Chappelle speaks on a parasail. He like does like a little like slam poetry reading. it's good. Kid Cudi, Bad Bunny, The Weeknd, SZA and Future, obviously in Telekinesis, and then James Blake and 21 Savage in the closing song. But I was going through this and I was like, this is the most random album for me to be like, wow, like you ate on this one. It's the Travis Scott album from last year.
Showing up to the Travis Scott album release party a year late is so funny.
A year late? I don't know what happened. I totally missed it.
In her 20s.
Yep. As a white woman in my 20s who was listening to The Weeknd and then said, oh, I gotta give Travis Scott his flowers. I have to give him his flowers.
Saying it like that too is so funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Utopia might be in my rotation for a while. Okay, queen.
It's just so fun. This is like, I have to tell the story, but there was one time, and it's like a common joke now within our friend group, of I got really high, and I saw an edit on TikTok to Metro Boomin 21 Savage's song, Glock in My Lap. And I listened to that song like 50 times in the span of like an hour. And then I promptly like blacked out, like went to bed. I posted one single Snapchat and it was me with the reddest eyes possible and Glock in my lap is in the background. And I said something like, this song changed my life or something stupid. Like I gave it some sort of like crazy caption and then turned my phone off and knocked the fuck out.
Slept for 14 hours.
Slept for like 14 hours. Woke up and realized that it's my favorite song.
Glock in my
And it
lap.
still is. I love Glock in my lap. But this album kind of gave me a Glock in my lap kind of feel where I was like, I have to bump this over. I listened to it 3 times today. Because I was like, this shit kind of eats. But anyway, the point I wanted to make too with this was how funny I think it is. And we don't have to like go into it, but we can. I thought it might be funny. The song that got me into the album, Circus Maximus, the one with The Weeknd, sounds like Kanye West's Black Skinhead. So I went online and I was like, what is this? Is this a sample? Like, what are we doing?
Okay.
And somebody online was like, obviously, since Kanye West is Travis Scott's brother-in-law. And I went, hold on.
I've never thought about that. I've never
Hold on.
I
said, obviously, Kanye West is Travis Scott's brother-in-law. I said, I totally forgot about that. So then I went on there. Kanye is not credited, but obviously,
Their brother-in-laws?
Travis Scott's brother-in-law. They are, in fact, related by, like, children to each other.
Yeah.
So
I just never
I had a
thought
moment,
about it
too, where I was like, oh my God. So then I bumped some Carnival, and I bumped some Black Skinhead, of course, because I was like, oh, these songs are great. Sorry. I don't listen to Kanye West. I mean, what?
I mean, what?
The meantime clip
that?
of like,
yeah. Shout out meantime.
To a woman so heartless.
What? Who
yeah,
likes
shout out
Kanye?
meantime. What? In the night I hear him talk. But what I also wanted to add on to this too was all of this whole album, like Travis Scott, like you did your thing. You came from, I think he's from Texas, from like simple beginnings, like has 2 beautiful children with like one of the most beautiful like celebrities ever, only for your baby mama to now be with Willy Wonka.
That's Bob
Your
Dylan.
brother-in-law.
Put some
Your
fucking
brother-in-law is
respect on
Kanye
Bob
West. Your brother-in-law is Kanye West. You are one of the most successful rappers in the 21st century. You have a banging album certified by me, Aristotle, on this podcast. Aristotle's certified banger
Co-signed.
album. And yet you're going to let your baby mama be with Bob Dylan?
Well, so here's what I counter you with. Is think about how Travis
I mean,
Scott
not let
feels,
her.
but
Not
then,
let her. That was a poor choice
Yeah,
of
that was
words.
a bad
But
choice
you
of
didn't
words.
keep her? You didn't
Yeah, how'd
you didn't
fumble
try
that?
harder
You
with
fumbled
that? You fumbled that. Yeah, that's what I meant to
So-
say. I did not mean to say let her, but fumbled that.
You fumbled that? So here's my counterpoint to you. Where I see where you're coming from of how do we think Travis Scott feels in this situation? How do we think Timothée Chalamet feels in this situation? Because I bet he is over the moon. I bet he is so hype.
You know he is.
I know he is because I know his heart. And I know that he's like, dude, I know we don't like Kanye
You know what's funny,
but
too?
That's super hype. And I, like, it's supposed to maybe be ops with Travis Scott. Like, not actually, but, like, I am...
Well,
I
Timothée
am
Chalamet might be stepfather
dating-
to his kids.
Exactly.
So.
I might be the stepdad. So, you know, like, that's crazy. But I bet he is so hype about that. And I get it.
The
I
other
would be too.
fantastic part of this is you know how Timothée Chalamet and Kid Cudi are friends?
Yeah.
And you know how Travis Scott got Scott from Kid Cudi?
Yeah.
So...
I'm telling you, dude.
It's incestual. But that's what I want to know is how did this happen where Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner became a couple? And I have a feeling... I mean, obviously they run in the same circle because they're both, like, you know, young, rich celebrities. But hold on a minute. Now, if I'm Stormy, yeah, my stepdad is really good friends with Kid Cudi, and my dad got his stage name from Kid Cudi, so, like, you know, they're both kind of, my real father is Kid Cudi, basically, is what that means, I think.
Yeah, it's like a Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Shout out
moment.
Kid Cudi. Yeah. But I just think that's so funny. And I was trying to phrase it in the most, like, ridiculous way possible, which is, you get everything you could ever want in life. I'm Travis Scott. I have everything I could ever want. I have, you know, 2 beautiful children. I've got a successful career. My brother-in-law is one of the most, like, successful, albeit horrendously controversial artists.
Sure, but
And yet...
undoubtedly left his mark on music.
My baby mama, I fumbled her so bad that she turned
even
to
then, we have a good relationship.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
Because-
it's not the same. But you know what I mean? Like he really does have everything. It's like at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you don't even have a bad relationship with the woman that you have kids with. You just don't really go together, and that's okay. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
But that is crazy.
But now she's with...
You have everything. And now she's dating Timothée Chalamet.
And now she's with Bob Dylan. She is with Willy Wonka. It's kind of in the same way, not that he got burned, because, like, I don't know how it all went down, I don't care. But it's the same type of energy as when Kim Kardashian was dating Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that Kanye West is, like, I would literally rather do anything else. But that is kind of the same to me, of, like, wow. You fumbled that so bad that she turned to Chad from SNL? You fumbled that so bad.
And that being said,
You fumbled that so bad.
And I know that we're anti-Kanye. I know we are. But I have to give him his flowers for calling Pete Skeet, because that was some of the funniest online discourse that I have seen in recent history. That was
I know.
so funny for no reason.
I was also going back through the lyrics of Carnival, because I did disclose that I did listen to that today. And I want to give you a poetry reading of Carnival, because there were some of the lyrics in here that I thought were just...
How did you learn the lyrics from, like, how many Jungkook edits did you watch to finally learn the lyrics? Or...
No comment.
It was actually
no comment.
Taeyoung.
No comment. No comment. It was actually
go.
It's so good. Honorable. Where is it? There was one particular batch of lyrics that really made me like.
I'm looking at them now.
Okay. I found it. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is Kanye's verse. This that Game of Thrones, Yeezy not the clones. Elon, where my rocket ship? It's time to go home. They served us the porn since the day we was born. Anybody pissed off gotta make him drink the urine. Now I'm Yee Kelly. Bitch, now I'm Bill Cosby. Bitch, now I'm Puff Daddy Rich. That's, quote, me too, end quote, me rich. Like the Me Too movement. Why she say she sucked my dick? Then she say she ain't sucked my dick. She gonna take it up the ass like a ventriloquist. I mean, since Taylor Swift, since I had the rollie on the wrist. I'm the new Jesus, bitch. I turned water to Chris. This for what they did to Chris. They can't do this shit with this. Got my kids in a fake school. We ain't. Go. Head so good she on a roll. She ride the dick like a carnival.
So I actually am realizing I don't think I've ever heard any part of this song besides the chorus.
Go.
I think I've only heard the song in edits.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, now hold on. I also forgot to mention that in Travis Scott's Utopia, that audio, the twin bitches hopping off a jet ski is one of the songs.
Oh, okay.
Travis Scott. It's a good song too. But this is what, yeah, exactly. So, what are we doing, guys? What is this verse? I'm Bill Cosby, bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose.
I love, my favorite part of this though is the, not to bring us back to Hawk Tuah to the polls, but why she say she sucked my dick, then say she ain't sucked my dick?
Yeah, why? That's a great question. What's Genius saying?
I don't know. I'm on Spotify. I also want to know what I'm the new Jesus, bitch. I turned water to Chris. When I first heard that though, I thought he was talking about Kris Jenner, but it's spelled with a C on Spotify. So obviously he's talking about like Christ, but I was like,
oh no,
but I was
champagne.
like, oh, is that a brand of champagne?
Yeah.
Chris, CRIS.
Expensive brand of French champagne.
See, I don't know shit. I'm from humble beginnings.
It's okay. It's because I'm on Genius. Yeah. These lyrics
so
are great. I said
I thought
that
you
already,
just pulled that out of your ass.
No, I told you I was reading them straight off Genius. I don't know anything about anything.
I thought you just knew that. I was like, oh, okay. Well,
no, I should have just.
I'll go fuck myself. I guess.
No, I should have just taken credit for it, but no, I definitely.
Yeah,
not.
you should have. I was genuinely impressed. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that.
No. Humble.
Yeah, what's Genius saying about the? What does Genius say about the? Why she say she sucked my dick, then say she ain't sucked my dick?
It was about Me Too, about false rape accusations was what they were. He's
beautiful.
Referencing. Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
This is where it's like, if I'm gonna listen to a Kanye song, especially ones that have come out within recent years, I'm not looking at the lyrics anymore.
Yeah, no.
I'm not reading those lyrics anymore.
Ever told.
I'm enjoying it just to see the Jungkook edit play behind my eyelids, and then that's about it.
That's yeah. To a woman
so
go. Yeah, no, I hate to say
go.
I didn't listen, or maybe I did actually, I don't remember. Whenever Donda came out, I think I listened to that all the way through once. But some of those songs are good. But that was like right when he became actually crazy, I think. Like that was like his first album where he had actually gone off the deep end about like being anti-Semitic and like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey, good morning, Kanye. Shut the fuck up. That was me when I came home at 5:30, or not 5:30. When I came home at 4 in the morning last night. Isn't that what he says in that video? He's like, "It's 4 in the fucking morning."
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, good morning, Kanye. Shut the fuck up.
In the night.
Anyway, those were my 2 talking points. I had a third one, but it's okay.
You don't want to?
Well, I mean, I can. It just had more to do with Travis Scott. Which was...
You take it away.
Which was that Travis Scott and Travis Kelce are 5 degrees of separation apart from each other. I was having a moment. I said, wow, there's a lot of famous Travises, and then I could only think of 2 of them.
Travis Scott and Travis Kelce are 5 degrees, or they're 2.
Well, technically, I was thinking of it in the longest way possible, which was Travis Scott obviously has kids with Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner is Kim Kardashian's sister. Kim Kardashian is ex-wife to Kanye West. Kanye West obviously has his whole fucking bullshit thing with Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce. So that made it 5. But if you could think of one that's shorter...
The jump directly to Travis Scott and Kanye West have collaborated on songs together, and Kanye West has beef with Taylor Swift.
There you go. So then it would be 3.
Yeah.
But I thought mine was funnier.
No, yours is funnier.
That's okay.
Yours is more thorough.
No, that's okay. No, that's fine. No, that's fine. No, we'll do yours. No, that's fine.
Sorry, that was you were being Lisbeth from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And I hijacked your
I was doing my illegal investigating where I said, wow, there's a lot of famous Travises. And then I sat here and I went, so just 2. And actually both of them have beef with Kanye West.
For different reasons.
Go. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that kind of crazy though to like have your I'm trying to think of like if I'm like what's Courtney's kid's name? Or maybe I'll do one of Chloe's. Do True. My dad cheated on my mom with my aunt's best friend, and both of my uncles do music together, but technically should be beefing with each other, and the other uncle is Willy Wonka. And the other uncle was abusive to my mom, who now married my my dad. No. I'm True Thompson, right? I'm Chloe's kid. Yeah. So
I got lost.
So my other uncle, Scott Disick, was abusive to my mom, so they divorced, and now she's with the drummer from Blink-182. And I have a cousin whose name is Alabama.
Which is insane.
Which is genuinely, when I think about the Kardashian web of intimacy too long, it makes my head hurt.
Well, think about this. The fact that
there's so many people involved.
Charli D'Amelio was intimately involved with the Kardashian family. Think about that for 2 seconds.
So was Addison Rae. I know, but isn't that crazy? I loved that lore. When Addison Rae was on that show and everybody acted like they fucking hated her.
That was tea.
I was like, yeah.
But it was crazy that Charli D'Amelio was almost a young Kardashian. Lust. Not really, but sort of.
Oh, because she was dating, what's his face?
Yeah, the son of the Blink-182 drummer.
It's every day. And you know what? It is every day. God damn. Should this episode be called It's Every Day, Bro, or should it be called Hawk Tuah to the Polls?
Oh. I'm gonna let you make the executive decision on that one.
We talked about the Paul brothers way too much on a different episode to have this one be called It's Every Day, Bro.
Yeah, we can't be giving them. Also, they're outdated. Like, we can't be making references to they're done. They've been done.
Well, this is the chicken wing. This is the chicken wing song of it all. Of some fucking 15-year-old's gonna come up to me and I'm gonna be talking about Jake Paul. And if anybody who is not 25 years older than me turns to me in conversation and goes, "Who is Jake Paul?" Yeah, I'm going to
kill myself.
Alternatively, I'm going to do some awful things.
How awful
would you like to see my mask?
How awful would it be to be talking about Jake Paul in a Team 10 context, and for somebody who is...
Oh my god, I have Team 10 news. Anyway, continue.
And for somebody who is younger than you to say, oh, I don't know what Team 10 is, but Jake Paul, the famous boxer.
Oh my god.
Think about that for 2 seconds. Oh, Jake Paul.
Do you think this is what people felt like? No. Do you think this is what people felt like when Ronald Reagan was running for governor? And then eventually for president.
Probably.
Oh, the actor?
Do you think this is what people felt like when like O.J. Simpson was going to court? And everybody was like, everybody who was young was like, O.J. Simpson,
That's probably more accurate.
Accused killer, and everyone else was like, oh my god, the juice.
The juice is loose. Isn't that funny? Okay, so well, I'm gonna say this and then I gotta go back. I gotta backtrack. But was I talking to you about this or was it somebody else giggling about how the juice is loose is on the Beetlejuice billboards?
No.
But they're here in Los Angeles.
No.
Was I telling you about this? There are I don't know if they're on the other billboards. I know it's probably like the tagline of the movie, but it was so fucking funny to me to be driving around like basically like you could be driving through like Inglewood and it's the juice is loose and I'm looking at the billboard and I'm like, which is even funnier because he's dead. Which is crazy, isn't that? O.J. Simpson's dead. Been dead. Dead and buried. But why did you do
Just to reiterate. Been dead. Dead and buried.
In case anybody was curious, the juice was loose here in California.
Well,
the juice got up to some stuff.
He was for a little bit, and then he was arrested, and then he was. The juice was not loose for theft purposes.
The juice
for a minute.
The juice was loose, and then he got caught, and then he got loose again, and then he got caught, and then he died.
And then he got loose and died.
Now he's loose forever, free.
Yeah, depends how you look at it.
Unless you believe in other things, but
yeah. Well, I was gonna say, or they got him again.
He's hanging out with Beetlejuice. That's true.
That's true. Actually, we need to be really careful not saying his name 3 times.
I need to be careful, girl. Where do I live?
I was gonna say he's gonna get you. He's not gonna get me.
Actually, it would be both of us. Because historically, it was the ex-wife and her friend, right?
Right.
But we're both dressed as the Hawk Tuah girl and guy.
Was he alive when that started? Or was he dead by the time that meme happened?
I don't know. When did O.J. Simpson die? I get the feeling it was in like 2022.
I think no, it was more recent than that.
Did you see that James Earl Jones died today?
Yeah, I did see that.
Voice of Darth Vader.
I did see that.
He died. Oh my god.
He died like in the last year.
He died April 10th, 2024.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was not 2 years ago.
He died this year.
Absurd.
I don't know. I thought it was 2 years ago.
Do you remember that we were together when Coolio died?
Yes.
And podcasting. We were together and podcasting when Coolio died. For a separate and then we listened to Gangsters.
And then we listened to Gangsta's Paradise out of solidarity.
Yep.
And I learned that Michelle Pfeiffer's in the music video.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't know that before.
That was a journey.
That's crazy. Yeah, we were together when Coolio died.
When the Queen died, I think, weren't we? Or maybe not.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. It's crazy that I don't remember where I was when the Queen of England died, but I do when
I'm an American.
Coolio died.
Well, we're Americans, so
who else was I?
Think about that.
Who else do I remember where I was when they died? Like celebs.
I remember where I was when Corey Monteith died from Glee.
I think I was at Walmart when he died.
I was at my grandma's house because this was Christmas time, and this was Christmas time. I think. Let me look it up before I say something that I don't mean. But I remember me and my sister cried because we were avid Gleeks. Rampant. Oh, wait, no, I totally lied to you. It was in the summertime. It was July 13th. That makes sense, though, because we only ever visited my grandma at Christmas time or in the summertime, because that's when we had break. So that makes sense. So, yeah, I just remember being with my sister at my grandma's house here and sobbing my eyes out. I don't remember what I was doing when Michael Jackson died, so sorry.
I don't remember
I was 7,
either, yeah.
Basically.
I remember watching...
I think I was 6, actually, because he died in, 2009?
Yeah, I remember watching his funeral on TV. Like the funeral procession on TV. I remember watching that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy.
Same with, was it Amy Winehouse? She died like
I think
around the same time he
Whitney
did.
Houston died? Because I think I watched Whitney Houston's too. But that seems crazy. When did Whitney Houston die?
2012. So yeah, it totally sounds like something that could happen.
No, then I definitely
Amy Winehouse.
Because
Amy Winehouse was 2011. Yeah, yeah, this makes sense.
Big Whitney Houston, big Michael Jackson house.
Oh, I know.
So yeah, we definitely.
Yeah, Michael Jackson was 2009. So I remember all of those.
Crazy.
That's crazy. I'm trying to think of like if there was any particular one where I was like, oh wow.
Not to be evil.
There's been a couple though.
What is his name from Friends who just died?
Oh, Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry. Yeah.
I kind of.
I mean, I
didn't really care about that.
I was gonna say not in an evil way, but like I'm not really a Friends fan. But that was just shocking for
sad.
like the cultural impact.
Well, they're
of
all
that.
sad.
Like not as a personal fan, but like that's crazy that happened. That was.
There's been quite a few that have
shocking.
been like that recently.
Yeah.
Why was one?
Rich Homie Quan died last week. Rich Homie Quan died last week.
Oh my god, I know. Which is another thing that I think ages people is if you know who Rich Homie Quan is or not.
100%.
If you remember
100%.
from like elementary, middle, high school. Like you had to have been in grade school when Rich Homie Quan dropped before, you know. If you weren't, you're too old or like on that end, and if you weren't because you were too young, then you don't get it.
Yeah. Nope.
You don't understand it. You don't understand his cultural impact.
At all.
That was crazy though. And it's what an awful way to go. Like what was it? Like a bad pill or something? Wasn't that what they said?
I don't even know. The last thing I read about it was like just that he had died and they hadn't released cause of death yet, but that was the day that it happened.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I don't know what they've said now, but
I haven't looked back into it.
Shit's crazy. Where were you when Princess Diana died?
Damn. Where was I? Paris, I think.
Where was I? Oh.
I'm just kidding. Rest in peace.
Oh, wow. The juice is loose.
No.
Oh. I'm trying to think if there is. Well, honestly, I feel like the only one that's funny is the Queen, but I don't remember what I was doing when the Queen died.
I don't either.
You know, it's like the 9/11 of it all. Of like, where were you?
Yeah.
What day did she die? It was 2022, wasn't it?
I think. Queen death.
Oh no, it's gonna show me the band. Fuck, I don't want the band. I want the actual.
No,
person.
I looked up Queen death and they told me September 8th, 2022. We were 100% hanging out.
September 8th, 2022. Let me look.
We were celibate. Just kidding. We were celebrating our like 1 year.
Our 1 year friendiversary.
Yeah. Shout out.
September.
Unfortunately.
What did you say? September 18th?
September 8th, 2022.
Oh, 8th. Okay. Wow, so close to 9/11. Come on, Queen.
Come on, girl.
What was I up to?
We were taking a
I posted
shot.
on Snapchat.
We took a shot.
I posted on Snapchat. The Queen died. And then on September 7th, I posted I just ate shit. So I don't know what I was doing on the 8th. All I have posted is the Queen died. What do you have?
I don't have anything from the 8th. The next thing I have is from the 10th, and we were taking a shot together with the caption "Long live the Queen."
That was from the next day.
Yeah, or 2 days later. Or no, probably the next day, because I bet it was... No, 2 days later. It was 10:30. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know.
I think I fell. I have a picture of my knee for some reason. And then a picture of Joe Keery in a bathtub.
Oof, I know exactly the picture. You're showing me with 3 pixels, but I know the exact one. Gorgeous.
I have a picture of Joe Keery and a picture of my knee from when the Queen died. Mm-hmm. Clearly I wasn't that impacted. But I do have a Snapchat story that says, "The Queen died?" What did I post on Instagram?
The Queen?
Stories, not I posted a
rest in peace to the Queen on your main Instagram static feed.
My main Instagram feed would be so funny. Okay, wait. August.
Rest in peace to all the soldiers that
September.
died in
I
the
didn't post
service.
anything. The Weeknd releases a new song on Friday.
I know.
Friday the 13th. What are you going to do for Friday the 13th? Are you going to get a tattoo?
Yeah.
It's coming up.
Yep.
It's this Friday.
That's what I'm gonna do.
September 13th. Isn't that such a letdown? There's no Friday the 13th in October.
It is upsetting, actually. Because Wyatt, you're too early.
I think the 13th is a Tuesday because that's the day that I go to the sweat tour. Sweat marks all on my clothes.
Sweat marks on my clothes.
Sweat marks all on my clothes. You should go get a tattoo, though. You should go get a flash.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get Flash on the 13th. Are you gonna go get Flash on the 13th?
No. I'm tattooed out for a little while.
Yeah.
Got 2 fresh ones, and the American traditional one that I got took forever to fucking heal. It's still peeling like a little bit, but I think it looks a lot better than
really
it did
good.
when I showed you the first. Well, I think when I showed you, it was still like very, very fresh, but now it's like kind of post-healed for the most part. There's still like a lot of dead skin, but there's nothing I can do for that except wash it and rub lotion into it to try to get the scab to come off. But
Yeah.
and then the text one healed pretty quickly because it's really thin.
Yeah.
Which is good. How long? You said yours. You put that special. I need to go get that lotion that you told me to get.
Yeah, I like it. It's good
I have
stuff.
to go do that.
Mine never got gross or scabby or anything, though. It was just fine.
Which I think is crazy. I feel like I don't know how you achieved that, but you're very
have no idea.
moisturized. So
I was gonna say
maybe
that's
I'm just
that's
dry.
True. I don't know.
But I'm also here in the desert, so I don't think it helps that.
No.
And I'm
that definitely
outside
makes a
all the
difference.
time
Yeah.
because I work in the haunted house.
I'd say
So
I'm indoors and
I think that also didn't help.
applying lotion twice a day to my entire body. So,
Yeah.
that's probably part of the process.
Yeah.
But well,
That was it. I don't have any other talking points. My 2 stupid ones we fulfilled.
I think that was good. Should we?
Yeah. This is kind of a hilarious podcast. We talked about the girl with the dragon tattoo, Joaquin
For
Phoenix,
so long.
Hawk Tuah, haunted houses, and Travis Scott, and then celebrity deaths.
Rest in peace, guys. Seriously, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. And thanks so much. I think. Do you want to go ahead and just? Do you have anything else to add?
No. Thanks
Okay.
for listening.
Well, yeah, thanks for listening. Rest in peace to all the soldiers who died in the service because I died in her cervix.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We have a podcast. We have a podcast. Well, we do have a podcast. We have a TikTok called at Plato and Aristotle Pod, and I say this every time, and I'm going to say it again. I'm going to try to keep uploading. I have a new video in the what do they call it? It's waiting in the wings to make its debut. I'm almost done with it. And then I'm going to catch up on all the other ones, but I got to upload episode.
Is it a carnival edit
5
of us?
That actually will be good for this one. I will save that. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. Make carnival edit for episode 6. So yeah, and then I'm gonna try to put this up on YouTube and Amazon and all this other stuff. So we're gonna get things rolling here. But this has been episode 6. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we're trying to get these uploaded every Monday. I think so far so good. I gotta upload our newest episode today, so this one will come out next week.
Okay.
But that's okay because I don't think our 10 listeners are gonna be heartbroken
No, I don't
that
think so.
I haven't uploaded
I
today's
don't think so
episode
at
yet. So
I do not think that that's an issue.
so yeah, you can check back to our Spotify page every Monday for the most part, and look at our TikTok. Look at our tiki-taki, because I work hard on our tiki-taki.
Yeah, go check it out. Plato and Aristotle
And
Pod.
if you feel so inclined, go check out your local Spirit Halloween and let us know what kind of Hawk Tuah merch they have.
Yeah, send an
And
email.
Write into the email, because I really am very curious about it. Or if you're going to go as Hawk Tuah girl for Halloween, I would love to see your costume.
Or even just like an explanation of the vision. I would appreciate like a
Yeah.
just speak on the
I want to
vision.
know how you're gonna, and what the motivation is behind it.
I'm trying to keep an open mind. So.
Truly. Yeah. I think yeah, I think I'm gonna hold off on my comments until until next time. But thank you so much for listening, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.